Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be reviewing contractions. We have talked about contractions many times this year. So let's start with our chant first. We'll review that. Remember our chant? Contraction, contraction. What's that in the air? The apostrophe shows that some letters were there. So I have some contractions listed on the board. Remember, contractions are words that are made up of two words being put together, but they use an apostrophe that takes the place of a letter or some letters. So we have these words do not, does not, is not, and cannot that we are going to make into contractions. So remember that apostrophe is going to kick out a letter or maybe even more than one letter sometimes. So the contraction for do not is don't. And you can see I have the word do, I have the N, I have the T, but I'm missing the O. That O was kicked out by the apostrophe. So how about does not? What's the contraction for does not? I hope you're saying it. Doesn't is the contraction. And again, that apostrophe takes the place of the O. Now, this is one that I notice sometimes boys and girls will spell wrong. Be sure you have the spelling correct. Okay. O-E here. Doesn't. Next, we have is not. What's the contraction for is not? Isn't. Again, that O is going to get kicked out. So I-S-N apostrophe T. And then we have cannot. And we say this contraction a lot. We usually don't write cannot. We usually write can't. C-A-N apostrophe T. Again, that O gets kicked out. But what else gets kicked out in these two words, cannot, when we make it can't? I hope you're saying it. It's the N also. Okay, I'm going to get my board ready for some more contractions. While I'm doing that, I'd like for you to go ahead and do page 158 in your reader's notebook. So boys and girls, if you are not finished with that page yet, just continue to pause the video until you finish page 158. And then I'm going to be going through some more contractions. Again, this should be review. We've talked about these this year. Let's just review though. For I am, the contraction would be, I hope you're saying it, I'm. Remember, we need a capital I, apostrophe M. So what does the apostrophe take the place of? What letter does it kick out? Kicks out the A. All right, next we have you will. So we put those together into a contraction. It is you'll. Y-O-U apostrophe L-L. So look at your two words. What letter or letters are kicked out by the apostrophe? You have the word you. You have two L's. So we get rid of the W and the I. Okay, next, she will. The contraction is she'll. So it's going to be a lot like you'll, right? We're going to have the W and the I kicked out. Next, we have we are. What's the contraction for this one? Make sure you say it correctly, pronounce it correctly. We are. We're. Make sure you have a long E. Sometimes, some of you like to say were, but remember that is this word. Like we, oh, sorry, the glare on my board. We were late to class. This is we're because it stands for we are. Okay. Again, in this contraction, what's kicked out? It's the A. All right, moving on. Next we have they are. What's the contraction for they are? There. They are going to the grocery. They are. Again, in this contraction, what gets kicked out? It's the A. She is running to the neighbor's house. She's apostrophe S. I gets kicked out. And finally, we have it is. The contraction for it is it. So remember, if you have IT apostrophe S, it has to make sense to say it is. Like, it is going to be Sunday tomorrow. It's going to be Sunday tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, that is all for our little lesson. You can now do page 161 in your reader's notebook. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.